What's up, y'all? It's your girl V with your midday tea talk from Reality Recap. Today we are going over last night's episode of 11 Hip Hop ATL and Real Housewives of Dubai. We are streaming live right now across Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Make sure you click the link in my bio, subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you can't watch all of my midday tea talks, if you can't watch it fully right now, you can always go back to my YouTube channel and watch all of the midday tea talks. So make sure you like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. But happy midday and midweek, right? Today is Wednesday, and again, we're going over last night's episode of Love and Hip Hop ATL and Real Housewives of Dubai. Make sure you check in, comment, let me know you're out there. Let me know that you watched last night's episode. I would love to hear your thoughts, get your feedback. You know, I always read your comments. So let's get into it with last night's episode of Love and Hip Hop ATL. Little Zane is on the scene. This was his first appearance, I would say, on Love and Hip Hop last night. He called himself Zanny Kravitz, that he's in his rock star era, that he is a known heartthrob. I was in my head like, where was Little Zane a heartthrob? Not in my book, but that could just be me. But he was on the scene last night shooting a music video. We learned that Little Zane has been in a relationship for a long time, married for 5 years. Got a little confusing. He said he's married yet separated, but still living in the same house with his estranged wife, and that there's some baby mama drama. Apparently, he was spinning the block while with his wife Ashley, probably also while he was married to her. So there are trust issues. He's definitely giving Stevie J Jr. vibes. You know, a little bit of a creep. It was asking him in his confessionals why he ain't have his ring on. He talking about because he losing weight and it don't fit and it be slipping off while giving that little Stevie J possum face. So yeah, he is on the scene. I'm gonna tell you, like, not too interested. We'll see where the drama takes us with their relationship. Again, they're trying to work things out. Of course, there's been multiple infidelities and she's still hanging on by a thread. And also, we learned, you know, his 2 children came to town for the summer. He traveled to pick them up and disappeared for almost 2 days, not answering none of his estranged wife calls when she already has doubts that he's, you know, still messing with his baby mother. So that would either, for me, just fuel my intuition of you disappearing when you go to pick your kids up. We would have been picking them up together. Also, with one of his children, seems that Zane is not sure if the child is his or not. So with that said, I think the child is about 7 years old, and he's already like 99% sure. He said that the child is not his, but that he didn't want to. He's like tippy-toeing around it and talking to the baby mama about it. He doesn't want to do a DNA test and then find out that the child is not his and have to tell the child that. I don't know why he would have to. If you still want to continue to raise the child, then do so. But the wife, on the other hand, like, I want the DNA test. This child has your last name, and if it's not your child, I want the last name changed. I was like, wow, that's a bit much. But hey, I don't know. Maybe probably wanted to find that out before you married him, hey? And before you start making demands of doing DNA tests and changing last names 5, 6, 7 years down the line, child. I don't know, but she seems a little off her rocker. I guess as you have to be dating someone in the industry. That's what I feel like Atlanta is. Atlanta is just full of, I'm not going to say has-beens, but full of rappers that we've known from the past that made a couple of hit songs, and then they're down there living like they, you know, A-list celebrities, and all the girls is sack chasing for their money and they just living the life. It's real corny to me, but yeah, Little Zane is on the show now. We'll see what happens with him and the baby mama drama. Does he get the DNA test? Where do things go with his wife, who he separated from, yet still living in the same house with? So that's all of their drama happening right now. Also, last night we saw Spice's home was broken into. One of her friends was home at the time. She was not, but one of her hairstylist, Kiki, she said, was in the house sleeping when it happened. Automatically, I'm gonna be real honest with y'all. I was like, okay, so she was in the house. They kicked through a window and came in the house, and she ain't hear nothing. She slept through all of that. I'm jealous because I'm not that type of hard sleeper, but um, I was just connecting the dots in my own head. You know, this is all just my thoughts, but if you have footprints from them entering the house and you saw they went straight to your bedroom as if they knew where your bedroom was, this alleged hairstylist was in the house, you don't connect the dots that she may have something to do with it. That was just, you know, the police said that it was like an inside job of, oh, wrong, put that on Love and Hip Hop, but yeah, that it was an inside job of who could have done this or somebody that you have known. Yet you didn't think that it could be Kiki. You went automatically to insinuating that it had something to do with Carly Red and your house being like a part of your storyline, that you made it part of your storyline the other season. Mad that Carly moved next to you and saying Carly renting out the house and now your house got broken into. I don't know how she gets it. I mean, everybody's filming on here in their homes, so I'm sure it's easy for her to find out. And not to mention, everybody on Love and Hip Hop and a lot of these reality shows in Atlanta, their houses have gotten broken into. I don't know the correlation, if it has anything to do with Carly. I don't know if it has anything to do with Kiki, the hairstylist that was in the house, but I would err on the caution of your hairstylist being there and sleeping through somebody kicking through your windows. Just my thoughts. But you know, Spice is now looking for a new home on the show. We'll see what happens if she finds out any information on who broke into her house. We also saw Saucy Santana perform last night at a Pride event in the LBC in Long Branch, California. His performance went off by a hit. He had me cracking up though. He kept saying like, "Bitch, I ain't been on stage in a minute. I ain't been working out. 45 minutes is a long time." Yeah, like I agree. Try to get on the treadmill for just 2 minutes running and singing and seeing how hard it is. But he killed it. He got on stage and did his thing. We're gonna see more of his performances. We know his next Pride performance in the upcoming episode. We're gonna see what we saw online. I think was he in Boston at the time? When he went to perform and there something happened in the crowd and they like ambushed the stage and he got the hell up out of there real quick. So we'll see what happens there. But he's performed last night. I thought the performance went good and it was the fun part of the show to see with all of the drama that we have happening. We did see Erica meet up with Rashida last night to tell her that Mama D had Kirk's side baby mama Jasmine at her, I don't even know what to call it, mother's empowerment slash mother's empowerment, but it wasn't Mother's Day lit brunch event that Mama D held specifically to have Jasmine there to spill some tea. She clearly had this event just for that purpose. But Erica went to tell Rashida that Jasmine was at this event and that she is alleging that Kirk is offering her more money to take care of their baby if she's sleeping with him. So Rashida said she was gonna get to the bottom of it. She was aggravated that Kurt ain't got no more chances to mess up with her. And he already know that. I thought that was hilarious. Like, girl, you're not leaving him. Let's be honest. If he done did all of this and Rashida ain't went nowhere, she ain't going nowhere now. I'm not even gonna say that she's. I don't feel like she's stupid or that she is head over heels in love. I feel like it's kind of the saying that men say about us: it's cheaper to keep her. I think it's cheaper to keep him. They have a lot of business ties with each other, a lot of businesses, real estate investment properties. You know, financials are really intertwined after being together 15, 20 plus years. I think that Rashida, I'm not going to say she being dumb, but I just think it's cheaper to keep Kurt at this point. So she said she was going to get to the bottom of it and have a conversation with Kurt about, if he did send these text messages to the side baby mama Jasmine, if he really is I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I believe it to be so. I really do. I believe that he did tell this girl that she want more money. She gotta sleep with him. I really do. But Rashida confronts Kurt last night. She talked to Kurt about it. He was hemming and hawing and stuttering, and he's not a good liar. Kurt is really not a good liar at all. So he's saying that it's absolutely not true. Why would he mess up his marriage? He's going to get to the bottom of it. He starts slinging insults. So immediately there, um, I feel like he's guilty. He starts slinging the insults at his side baby mama. Like, don't insult her now and call her names and all of that, because she wasn't all of that when you was sleeping with her. When you was humping on her maid baby, she wasn't all of that. So don't try to bring that this way now. I'm not gonna fall for that. But yeah, he got upset, and he wasn't saying what Rashida wanted to hear. That just flat out it wasn't true. He said to Rashida, "Well, I don't. That's why I don't even go over there to pick up my son, cause she come to the door naked. You ain't never told Rashida that before. So she tell you one thing and you throw that back at her. That ain't what she was looking to hear. She was looking to hear. So it ain't true at all. It's 100% false. But yeah, Rashida confronted Kurt about it. He said he would deal with it. Then we saw him allegedly deal with it. Kurt met up with his side baby mama last night, Jasmine, and right off the bat he gets rude, and I'm like, yeah, you so guilty, bro. But he insinuates, well, how do you know Mama D? Because Mama D used to be a madam back in the day, so I'm trying to understand the relationship. What that got to do with the price of tea in China? If she is out here escorting for Madam Mama D, that don't have nothing to do with you. But he immediately trying to paint this picture of her being this loosey goosey that he's the victim of. He's always trying to play victim, like all the women hate him, or because of what you did. We watched you on national TV embarrass your wife. Basically, when your wife was pregnant, you was saying you didn't know if the baby was yours. Oh wow, you was out here cheating with this girl and had a whole baby outside your marriage when you was trying to play Rashida and make like your baby with her, it wasn't yours. So yeah, we don't like you, sir, and we ain't never gonna like you. So I don't know why he's always trying to play the victim. Just take accountability for what you did, sir. But yeah, he insinuates that she may be out here escorting with Madam Mama D. And I will say, Jasmine had some valid points. She was saying, like, and I told y'all, I believe the girl. I believe her. I do think, and I said this before, had she not come on the show at all and just had her baby on the side, she probably would be getting more money. She probably wouldn't be in court fighting for the money. But we're here now. So you got the check for the last time you showed up on the show telling all your business, and now you up on the show trying to get another check for telling all your business, because I guess Kurt ain't giving you all the money that you want. But do I believe her? Absolutely. And I just could not believe that this man don't know his son's teacher's name. The school talking about something start with a W. What the fuck? He said start with a W. He don't know what grade he in. He don't know how old the son is. Yet you and Rashida are telling us how he take care of him and he don't want for nothing. Throwing money at your baby mama or for your child is not being a good father. If you are not spending time with your son, and it's obvious after him and hawing and stuttering that he don't know none of this stuff about his son, that's a bit sad. So, like I said, I guess he confronted her, and maybe he should have practiced first, y'all. Maybe he should have figured out what he was gonna say. But in that scene, he just proves her right. Like, I believe everything she said. I don't know why she ain't pull him out last night if she waiting to see Rashida, but I do believe she has receipts of him texting and saying that he wants to, still continue sleeping with her and he'll give her more money. He pulled out that chapstick about 20 times while he was talking to her, just giving body language of I'm lying and I'm nervous because shit about to hit the fan. So I definitely believe it. I hope she pulls out the receipts. But the way he kept pulling out that chapstick and trying to stick the top back on and struggling, it was like, yeah, you're guilty as fuck, bro. So, and even a little giggle, they always seem like they're flirting too, just like when she was calling him stupid and he talking and and trying to make us think that they used the condom and he was drunk and you got pregnant by a man that you knew was married. No, Kurt, you knew you was married too, sir. So two wrongs don't make a right, and two rights make a circle. Okay, I don't know what you want me to say, but both of them are wrong. I don't get where Jasmine's saying that. Oh, we give Kurt a pass, or she's looked at as a Jezebel. You are Jezebel, and he is whoever Jezebel was messing with in the Bible. I don't know, but for me, they're both equally wrong. Kirk don't get a pass. Nobody trusts Kirk. Well, I definitely don't trust him, or he's not forgiven in my book. And you were wrong as well. So y'all made this baby. He gonna have to pay for the baby and be there for the baby. And I want him to know what grade his son is, how old his son is, what school that he picking his son up from, and what's his teacher's name. Like, those are the basics, bruh. So I don't know what his end game was when meeting with her last night. Like he was gonna nip something in the bud, but I believe what she said, and I believe that there's more to come on this story. She said at the end, "Karma is a bitch," so I'm hoping she got some receipts and she gonna bring them to the forefront. So we'll see in upcoming episodes. Last night we saw Kendrick and Jock do a photo shoot with all 9 of his children, and they were sitting outside the photo shoot, and she was saying how she wants to freeze her eggs. Hi, Lady Scorpio. Thanks for checking in. She said, so that little boy is really his child. I thought that was just a storyline. No, that is really his child. Cannon is really his child. He really named his child after, all his kids' last name, first name start with a K, everything. Like, that is his child. Yes, Maury has proved, no, not Maury, but it's his child for sure. And he is only sending money and clearly don't know nothing else about the child. But yeah, Kendra and Jock was sitting outside their photo shoot last night. And Kendra talked to Jock about wanting to freeze eggs because she does want to have a child. She's changed her mind. We heard her in previous seasons say how she doesn't want a child with him. She wants him to get a vasectomy, which she done changed her mind. And she was saying that she wants to freeze her eggs because she wants a child, but not right at this instant. I guess things are really her law firm closing on houses. She reached 50 million in closings and she's doing really well. So not right at this moment. But she wants to freeze her eggs so that when she does maybe reach the age of 40 or 41, that she doesn't have to use her 40-year-old eggs. She wants to freeze them now. Similar to what we saw with Yandy and her husband Mandisi's, where I don't know, maybe it's a country thing, Atlanta thing, that they just don't really understand the process of freezing eggs, IVF, and artificial insemination, etc. And they seem totally against it. So he was on the side of, well, you doing this because you want to freeze eggs in case things don't work out with me. You want to be able to go have a baby with another man. If you want to have babies, have them with me right now. Hi, Najee, checking in on Facebook. He said most women always change their minds about having kids, especially if they don't have any. Yeah, true. I didn't believe her when she said it. Knowing that she doesn't have any children at all, but clearly she said that in the moment because Jock got 8, 9 kids, and he had a baby on her while they were in the process of getting married. Yet she chose to stay. So Kendra's on the fact that I just want to freeze them just in case, just to have an insurance policy. And she is saying, like, I don't plan to leave you, but you have a track record, sir. We know you cheat. We know you like to spread it wide and low. So I want to have these these eggs frozen in case she do have to move on with another man. But that's not her intention. Jock is on the side of, you doing this because you want to. You want to try to have a plan to have kids with somebody else. If you want to have kids with me, let's have them right now. He's also saying, well, who paying for all these procedures? Because if you don't know, freezing eggs is extremely expensive. Storing the eggs after you freeze them is extremely expensive. And the whole IVF process, each process, because if it doesn't work and you have to do it again, you have to pay for that process over and over. And we talking hundreds of thousands of dollars. And we all know Jock be out here riding Ubers and stuff. He ain't got that type of money. But Kendra said, listen, I got the money and I'm freezing my eggs no matter what you think. So I don't know. I'm in the middle on this one because I feel like Jock does have to take accountability and realize you had a baby on her. You have 9 already. But you married someone that didn't have kids, and you know that this is something that could possibly come up in the future. He's saying he doesn't want to have children when he's extremely old. Again, all things you might have wanted to figure out and talk about and discuss before you got married. On the hand of Kendra, get you want to have an insurance policy. If you got the money to freeze your eggs, do your thing, girl. But you can't punish him and say you don't want to have the babies right now, or you waiting for the other shoe to drop and see if he cheat again, because you decided to move forward and marry him. So they're gonna have to come together and figure it out. Do I see a problem in freezing the eggs? Not at all. You could, any woman, that's her prerogative. She wants to freeze them to make sure she has healthy eggs for whenever she's ready. Then that's on her. But all that other mess, you both still decided to marry each other, so you're gonna have to figure it out. I don't feel bad for neither one of them. That's just my honest opinion at this point. Like, work it out, or like she said, if you can't be a good husband and you can't do what I need you to do, then let me go. What you mean, let you go? If you want to go, go. You are a strong, independent, financially stable woman. So if you want to go, Kendra, go on and go. I don't know what to tell you, because Jock was at that music video with Zayn about to get into some trouble right then and there. So clearly it ain't out of his system. But we'll see what happens. I'm enjoying Love and Hip Hop so far this season. The drama just keeps on coming, so we will see what happens with Spice and her home break-in, if she finds out if it was an inside job, if she does move. We'll find out what's happening with Jasmine and Kirk. Is she going to drop the receipts that he is trying to get her to sleep with him so he can give extra child support money? Lil Zane and his wife and his baby mother that he keeps spinning the block on, and apparently has a child that may not be his, that the wife wants him to get a DNA test, and if it comes back that it's not his child, she wants the baby last name changed because the baby got Zane last name. It's so much going on in this show. We'll see. Bambi and Amy, we'll probably circle back to them and their fight, and Ciara's still on her apology tour, but she ain't apologizing. She want an apology from everybody else, child. It's just full of the drama. So like I said, and I'm here for every minute of it. So we will see. Y'all know I will give you a sneak peek of the next episode coming up next Tuesday, and we'll be back with another midday tea talk on it. Now, also last night, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time because Real Housewives of Dubai was a little whack last night. Maybe I shouldn't say whack because there was some serious topics in it, but it wasn't shady. It wasn't fun. It wasn't a good episode to me. Real Housewives of Dubai is kind of going up and down, hit and miss with the episodes, but I just want to say this voice note recording, I'm getting tired of it at this point. And I'm kind of getting tired of it across all the shows where we are saying, these people are saying that they're friends, but they're recording each other's private conversations and bringing it to the show. That is so weird to me. We got Sunday and Jackie on Basketball Wives doing that. We got the voice note where Lisa recorded. She didn't even record. She was having a voice note conversation with Sarah and kept one of her voice notes and sent it over to Ayan, who then shared it with Stanberry, and Stanberry let the group know she heard it. So everybody's breaking trust. I'm tired of the voice recording. Like, that is so whack to me and weird if you're really saying that you're friends. Last night, the serious topic at hand was Sarah saying she found out her maid was pretty much plotting to kidnap her son, allegedly, and hold him for ransom. So she found in the maid's phone that she was taking pictures of her son, sending it to these men, and they're saying, oh, he looks beautiful. What time does he come home? Who's home with him? When does he go to school? She had the maid arrested. But how scary is that? Especially in Dubai, it's part of their culture. They're rich, where they really rely on their nannies and maids heavily. So it was just a scary situation to think that you think you're leaving your child with someone, because Sarah was just out of town on the Bali trip with the girls. And this situation came up where she came back to, thank God her son wasn't taken while she was out in Bali. But yeah, she found out that her maid was like stealing her jewelry and also plotting to allegedly have her son kidnapped. So, again, thank God nothing happened. She was able to catch it and get the woman arrested. But how crazy was that? I never heard of that in housewife history. So it was sad and tragic, but glad nothing happened. Lisa and Stanberry had a talk last night. I'm gonna be honest, I felt like Lisa was a little bit over dramatic, where she and Stanberry, we saw in the past in the season one reunion, had a lot of back and forth at the reunion, and Stanberry said something to the effect that Lisa is an escort, and she was crying, saying that she didn't want to take her kids to school because she didn't know if people would believe this escort business, because she's a black woman, and that I guess that's a stereotype in Dubai, that black women over there are escorts. I blame all you Instagram models who travel to Dubai all the time, probably over there sleeping with the men. Now you got Lisa thinking she can't take her child to school. But I was like, girl, Lisa, don't nobody believe you was an escort. You wasn't an escort before. You was on College Hill. That's what you was doing. You wasn't out here escorting. You was over here on College Hill, girl. So please. I didn't think that it was necessary for her to cry and try to give that story as to why. Just say you don't like Stanberry. You don't like her. Y'all had back and forth, and that's that on that. I was like, girl. So I really don't think she was scared to take her kids to school, thinking anybody was gonna believe that. If it ain't true, then stand 10 toes down and take your kids to school. Ain't nobody believing what Stanberry got to say. So if she really did believe that, okay, they cleared it up. They seem to have apologized and moved on. So I guess that was a positive point in the episode. Brooks held the event last night at a polo event, which seemed very nice, very demure, very mindful. They had a polo event. Everybody dressed to the nines and looked very, very cute. I don't know what Chanel was wearing with that big black hat and black dress. She looked like she was the widow at a funeral, but the rest of them looked good. That's where Sarah told them that the maid is now locked up. She told everybody about the situation, and they had some camaraderie last night. They actually were getting along for once in the episode, which doesn't make for a good episode when I'm looking for drama and shade. But on a positive note, they all got along. Ayan talked to Stanberry last night about the whole voice note. They both need to own their parts in it. Not one is not at fault more than the other. Ayan should not have shared it with Stanberry if it was something between her and Lisa, and that's supposed to be your best friend. And girl, if you're gonna share something with the girl, tell her don't say nothing. But for her to blurt that out at a dinner table that you gave her this voice note and let the whole table hear it, child, she ain't really looking like one of your good friends either. Because my friends wouldn't do that. So both of them need to just take accountability, stop trying to blame one another, and take accountability and move on. And Lisa, don't share no more voice notes like you said with Ayan. Period. At the end of the episode, we saw Stanberry still stringing Sergio along. Like, Sergio is young. He's in his 20s, right? And we know Stanberry's damn near 60. And the man that married her, he's head over heels in love with her, like puppy love, because he's young. He still loves like a young person. Like he loves deeply. Because us in our 30s and 40s that done been through it, we don't love the same no more. But he is truly in love with Stanberry. He wants children. She has a child. She froze her eggs. She has a child on ice. And Sergio is literally begging her to consider to have children with him. Again, all things that should have been decided, discussed before they got married. Why are you now married, deeply in love, and you begging her to have a child with you? Stanberry does not love this man, and you can't convince me otherwise. Like, I think for her, it's just good to have somebody chasing her around, doing everything she asks him to do. But at the end of the day, I do not think that they're going to last, because the age difference, no different when it's a man that's extremely older and a woman that's younger. It's the same thing, vice versa. They have nothing in common. She looks at him like a child. She talks to him like a child, even though they seem like they're in love sometimes. I do not think it's gonna last. He needs to go find him a woman, just like his family told him. His mama said, please don't have no baby with this woman. Listen to your mom, Sergio. Go on and find you a woman your age that's willing to bear your children and love you the same way you love them. I just feel like she's stringing him along. But that was really all of the highlights on Real Housewives of Dubai. I felt like I said, it wasn't the greatest episode, but I watched it. We'll see what's to come. Still some drama this season, so we'll see how it goes. Now, that is my midday tea talk for today. Remember, we have the podcast. Perm said, I don't understand why she married him. Did she give up alimony? I don't think she gave up alimony. You know, she got her own money, but I don't understand why they married neither girl. No sense to me whatsoever. Nothing in common. But y'all, that is my midday tea talk. Remember, we have the podcast episode tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I will wrap up all the piping hot tea rumors and nastiness out there in the reality TV world. Tomorrow, we'll be talking about the Real Housewives Salt Lake City trailer. We got 3 new newbies coming on the show. I have, I'll give you background on all 3 of the newbies so you get to know them a little bit. We're going to talk about this interview with Carlos King and Jennifer Williams and her fiance, Christian Gold / Walden, honey. I watched that 2-hour interview last night. What a flaming hot mess that was. All the lies that was told. 2 hours of him jumping and dancing around every damn question. We're going to break down that interview. Talk about the beef with Drew and her makeup artist that's been all over the timelines. I got a little bit of tea for y'all. I told y'all Real Housewives of Atlanta finished taping. They taped their season finale and the drama was high, honey. So we are going to get into a little bit of the Real Housewives of finale tea. I don't want to give you too much because I want you to watch the season, but I got a little bit of tea for y'all. Also, surprise, I have an interview coming Friday night. So make sure you watch Love After Lockup after the episode at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Friday. I will be interviewing Letitia, who is on the show currently. You know, she's waiting for her husband Keith to come home. So I'm trying to work out the logistics, y'all. If I could get this interview to air across all my platforms. If I can't, we will do it on Instagram Live. So look out for that. And then we'll have Midday Tea Talk on Saturday, going over the Love Hip-Hop, the Love After Lockup episode on Friday. So sneak peeks on the way for Love and Marriage Huntsville Saturday, for Love After Lockup. Come back for the podcast episode tomorrow night. Lady Scorpion said, please, yes, we're going to break it all down tomorrow night. So I will see you for reality recap news on tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click the link in my bio. Cash App is there. I completely love all of the support you guys have been showing me, showing up to my Midday Tea Talks, commenting, just viewing my page, following. I appreciate it all to keep helping me grow, run them numbers up on YouTube. I really appreciate you all. So enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for reality recap news. Let's break down all the rumors. Y'all have a great day. Peace.